My child, listen closely. I see you. I have watched the quiet struggles no one else witnessed, the hidden tears you thought fell alone. I know the weight you carried, the times you waited, endured, and chose faith even when it cost you everything. There was purpose in that unseen season, my cherished one, and now that season is shifting. What was done in secret is about to be revealed openly. Understand this: the peace returning to your heart, the joy being restored to your soul, it is not random. It is my response. Stay with me, my precious child, for I am about to show you why everything you went through was worth it and what comes next. You are now beginning to live as the one I always knew you could be, my child. You are walking in the bright reality I hold for you right now. So I pose this question to you, my precious child. Are you still seeking approval from others? Or will you grasp that I have already granted it? Will you hold back from the life I offer you? Or will you step through the opening I have prepared just for you? This particular day is far more than simply another day. It marks your passage across a threshold, your holy commencement, the very instant you move fully into what I have for you. You did not go through those difficult periods merely to survive. You navigated those periods of difficulty so you might truly flourish in the abundant life I have prepared for you. That potential is ready now. That opportunity is yours. And this journey commences on this day. Step through the opening. My cherished child, you are not simply being observed, you are being set in motion. This specific time signifies more than just a point in the timeline. It signals a spiritual awakening inside you. It is the instant when the season of remaining still gives way to the season of moving forward. You are no longer merely contemplating my assurances. You are now moving straight into their fulfillment. What was once a quiet understanding shared between us, a hope nurtured by tears shed when you were alone, a deep longing that prompted you to wonder if your awaited season would ever arrive. My beloved one, that season is unfolding for you now. But this is not just the answer to a request. It is the revealing of a deeper intention for your existence. This is not merely an arrival point. It is a revelation of who you are. And you, my precious child, you are that showing forth. Are you aware of my steady attention upon you? Others will perceive beyond your deeds. They are about to encounter the individual I created you to be. How long have you been in readiness for this specific time, perhaps without even knowing it? Every quiet moment, every personal trial that strengthened your inner self, every lesson learned away from the view of others, none of it was without purpose. Those unseen periods were your sacred readiness. That is where you were prepared. Everything built within you away from the eyes of others is now emerging, not with loudness, but simply through your presence. Your decisions will communicate deeply. Your very being will alter the space around you. Being close to me is how you will be recognized. You have become a steady, strong, clear presence, one that does not need volume to be felt. Do you perceive how simply being yourself now communicates so much for you? This is because you are now in harmony with the way I brought you into being. And when you genuinely understand who you are when you are close to me, the world around you will shift to match. You are no longer attempting to conform to past limits. You are advancing beyond them. You are not merely beginning anew or turning a new leaf. You are transforming into something unique, something of great worth. And what is unique is not always readily comprehended by everyone. Some will embrace this person you are becoming. Others may hesitate, uncertain how to interact with a person they can no longer readily categorize. And yes, some will depart. Why? Because moving onto a path closer to me sometimes means certain connections will alter or lessen. And sometimes walking this way involves feeling a degree of aloneness. But do not make yourself smaller to ease the discomfort of others. This does not diminish the meaning of this change happening within you. You are following the way I uniquely prepared for you. This new course you are starting, my beloved, is not determined by the views of others. It is determined by living from the inner reality and the intention I have set within you. You are now released from the need to fit into old forms simply to gain acceptance. There is no reason to go back to ways of being that no longer suit you. Does it not exhaust you, my beloved child, attempting to make yourself smaller to occupy places your inner being has surpassed? The one you are growing into has gone beyond the previous limits. The path before you calls for the one you are in this moment. This time indicates a deep alteration within you. The shift inside you is evident, and others can sense it. The one you are now, led by inner knowing, discovering strength in quiet, possessing a calm power. You are not arriving too soon. My beloved one, you are exactly the one this moment requires. With this emergence comes a specific duty. Your life's aim is no longer focused on satisfying others. It is now about following the path that is solely yours. Can you receive this, my child? That others might not completely understand you for a while so long as you stay faithful to the truth I have placed within you. For the reality is, the time you felt was simply a pause was not without substance. It contained structure and intention. You were being made ready, brought to completion, prepared. And from this point forward, my child, you will effortlessly attract what is true and fitting. This is not from your chasing after these things, but because the person you are inside now resonates with them. You are no longer seeking validation from external sources. You rely on the inner certainty I have placed there. You are no longer waiting for permission. You proceed in the work I have set before you. So, what comes next? Now that you have moved past this point of realization, how will you use this inner strength? You cannot go back. Not because others would reject you, but because your inner being no longer fits in that place. Inner quiet is not located in what is past. Strength is discovered solely in this present time. This day is your holy pivot point, and in this shift, your inner strength will begin to communicate more powerfully than anything you might say. The capacity I set within you, hidden for a long time, is now becoming visible. You are being recognized in places you have not yet visited. The understanding I gave you is being remembered in spaces where it was previously disregarded, not because you altered what I entrusted to you, but because you remained faithful to it. That is what I value. Loyalty to the course I laid out for you, even when others are silent. And like those who came before you, your times of quiet were your making ready, your preparation, your gaining of wisdom. Now, that readiness is turning into forward motion, not steps pushed by passing enthusiasm or external pressures, but steps arising from being in harmony with me. This day is not the moment for you to offer explanations. Your time is now for true living. You are meant to embody your path, not merely speak of it. Know this deeply, my child. I orchestrate every step you take, every encounter you have, every door that opens. Nothing unfolds without my hand. This includes every step you will take from this moment forward. So, my beloved child, will you pause now, seeking permission from others? Or will you move into the wide space I have made ready? Will you shrink your true size to blend in? Or will you stand tall, showing the person I created you to be? Will you spend time explaining yourself to those who cannot grasp it? Or will you keep moving, letting the outcome of your life speak for itself? Your journey until now wasn't about finding a place to belong among others. It was about waking up to yourself. Those hard times you faced weren't for living quietly. You moved through them so your light could be seen. Stillness built inner firmness. Understanding showed you the way forward. Your steps now lead you actively into the future I prepared. You are living that tomorrow right now. Walk forward with certainty, my child. Move with a quiet power. You don't need anyone else's agreement, for the energy stirring within you needs no words to justify it. It simply needs to be shown. This time you are entering is more than a simple change in pace. It is a full reshaping of your surroundings to match the deep transformation that has happened inside you. This isn't a time for minor changes. It is a holy unveiling. You no longer make yourself small for others' comfort. You stand fully in the truth of who I made you, embracing the path I laid out. You don't need to work to earn acceptance anymore, my precious child. You simply fill the space that is yours, not with noise, but with calm certainty. You are not hiding your light. You are growing, filling the spiritual and physical spaces I have always kept ready for you. Remember feeling you had to explain your growth or justify how you've changed. That need is gone now. This isn't just a temporary feeling. It is a spiritual turning point, a sacred time, a divine waking up. And when sacred timing arrives, things are different. You don't need others' approval. You don't need a crowd following you. You don't need validation from those who didn't understand before. All that is needed is your trust and your readiness to walk where I guide. Will you embrace what is stirring within you, my child, even if it makes some who were used to your quietness feel unsettled? This time is your moment. Will you step into it bravely? The path ahead will call you to places where fear once made you hide, spaces where you moved cautiously. These now require you to be completely present. The parts of your life you kept hidden because of fear are now being filled with my presence, showing the true form of who you are. This presence is not here to harm you. It is here to show you who you are meant to be. You are no longer guided by fear. You are guided by the inner light of your purpose, your direction, the very heart of who you are. This inner strength doesn't apologize for existing. It brings about change. Have you ever lessened your brightness simply to manage how others might respond? Have you ever quieted your truth to keep a peace that wasn't real? That time is over. Now, if your presence makes others uncomfortable, you don't pull back, my beloved. You let it be. Because the clarity I have given you is stronger than their inability to grasp it. Your readiness to follow me matters more than their judgment. And the strength within you isn't for showing off. It is for building. This is what my presence is doing inside you now. It will not let you remain hidden. This is the kind of strength you carry, and this strength doesn't apologize. It brings about change. The time ahead doesn't ask you to hold back, my cherished child. It asks you to be completely present. It doesn't require you to be perfect. It requires you to step forward and be part of it. The newness unfolding doesn't question if you deserve it. It trusts that you know the worth I have placed within you. The question is this: will you wait until you feel completely ready? Or will you move forward simply because your inner knowing tells you, now is the moment? You don't need to see the entire path ahead. You don't need a detailed plan for years to come. You simply need to take the next step. The same presence that carried you through your hardest times will lead you through your brightest days, my child. I am not showing you everything at once, but I am lighting the very next step for you. That is enough. You are not moving forward blindly. You are moving with trust. Trust that I have already directed your steps. Trust that the way ahead was being made ready even as you were finding healing. The difficult experiences you faced did not erase the future I planned for you. They prepared you for it. Your suffering was not a wrong turn. It was a sacred making ready. Being turned away was not proof that you were lacking. It was proof that I was clearing space for something more significant. Everything, my beloved one, yes, even the things you find hard to speak about, was part of my design. Can you see now how being turned away guided you onto a different road? How endings cleared space for beginnings? How quiet times held deep meaning? How sorrow brought sacred understanding? How paths you didn't expect were part of my plan? Isn't it clearer now, when you stop struggling against how things unfold and simply trust the purpose behind it all? Your identity is not found in what caused you pain, my child. It is found in the new life that grew from it. And now you are not just moving into a fresh day. You are stepping into the full expression of the possibilities I placed inside you. You are here to simply be, not to perform for others. You don't need to pretend to be someone else. You need to fully step into the person I shaped you to be. And the path I have for you waits for you to be willing. So, will you step onto it without needing to see everything ahead? Will you move forward without needing everyone around you to understand? Will you show up without needing others to say you are okay? Because the path ahead doesn't require the weight of your past hurts. It only requires the truth of the person you are now. There is no longer a need for you to convince anyone of your worth. The season for demonstrating your capabilities is now complete. This time is simply for you to exist as you are, my child. And the life you genuinely live will convey more than any words you could speak. The way you inhabit your days will speak for you. You are not merely moving towards something that might occur. You are stepping into the reality I intended for you. This is not a question of whether it will unfold. It is unfolding right now. It is beginning. So let go of reluctance. Do not diminish yourself and feel no obligation to excuse your presence. A fresh start is here. The way forward is clear. You are already moving along it. You are walking into a space you could only envision before. A space of grace, of completeness, a future that no longer brings fear, as it now resonates deeply as your rightful place. Can you sense this change already, my beloved child? The path ahead, even if its details are unknown, does not bring dread. Why? Because it carries the very essence of the future I planned for you. Where you felt you did not fit in, you now feel precisely where you belong. Where others once seemed disconnected or drained your spirit, now every person you encounter holds significance and a sacred purpose. Do you remember those times you felt held back, my child? When things did not happen as you hoped, or certain doors remained closed. You might have thought you were stuck or somehow less than others. But those moments were not me turning away from you, my precious child. They were deliberate steps I guided you through, each with a reason. What seemed like a long delay was my protection, making things ready for what was truly for you. Now, circumstances are poised to move swiftly. As new possibilities appear, step through them readily, my child. Do not wonder why blessings come without struggle. You have been prepared for this time. Enter these new openings with quiet confidence. Share your genuine self without reservation. Be fully present, even if a touch of uncertainty remains. This phase is not for demonstrating your abilities. It is for stepping into what I have already made ready for you. This moment isn't only about new situations, my beloved one. It is about you fully becoming the person I created you to be. The grace I have placed within you is not merely for appearance. It is meant to be active. the quiet time you waited, the moments you followed my direction even when it was hard. These experiences readied you. The strong desire you sense now is not a void. It is the specific direction I have for you, drawing you forward. What you express holds significance, my child. More than just the things you say, simply your presence, your inner self, shifts the atmosphere around you. Where you are, things that felt stagnant begin to stir. Things that seemed lost find life again. Do you recall feeling slightly out of place, my cherished one? Like you were slightly out of step with others, even when they seemed at ease? That sensation was not a defect. It was an indicator that you were marked for a distinct path. You were not intended to disappear into the crowd or merely copy others. This journey is not about gaining wide recognition, my child. It is about remaining faithful to the purpose I put inside you. This new phase calls for a different way of moving. You are no longer rushing to keep pace with anyone else. You are walking at the speed I set for you. There is no need to measure yourself against others. Celebrate the distinct person I created you to be. Release the struggle. Now is a time to receive. And receiving is not simply waiting, it is actively creating. You are finished with requiring validation from others, my beloved. You are no longer searching for others' approval. You are stepping into a position of respect that belongs to you inherently. You are not just welcomed, you are seated in a place of true influence. You do not need to act like anyone else to walk in the strength I've given you, my child. The distinct person I created you to be is all that is needed. Your inner resilience is sufficient. Your genuine voice is adequate. In this time, the light within you will be received with appreciation, not doubt. What you have to say will not be silenced. Others will want to listen. Just by existing as yourself, you will transform the feeling of the spaces you occupy. Others will perceive your presence, even if they cannot name the shift. This moment marks your coming forth, my precious child. It is when your life fully matches the purpose I set inside you. What seemed disconnected is now unified. You will sense this change deep inside you. This reality is no longer something to wish for. It is simply how you will live. Are you ready to cease explaining yourself to those unable to understand your journey, my child? Are you prepared to stop lessening your radiance to ease others? Can you let go of the ways you viewed yourself that helped you through the waiting, but do not serve you in the abundance I promised? The path ahead is different from anything you have experienced. It will feel lighter, more distinct, truly liberated. It will feel like the real person I created you to be, the one who quietly endured and prepared with faith. You sensed this moment would arrive, not randomly, but at the exact time I intended. And that inner knowing, my child, that feeling of everything finding its right place, even when things are new or feel significant, that is not arrogance. That is me bringing you into perfect accord with my design. From this moment forward, my beloved child, the spaces you enter will change simply because you are there. Your presence speaks before you do. The strength you now possess reveals you as one who has navigated challenges, not for show, but to embody my authority. You do not look for others' acceptance when you arrive somewhere. What you offer carries the calm power of one who has faced trials and been established in my perfect arrangement. This is more than just a new stage, my child. It is the start of the enduring influence I intended for you. Real influence doesn't require praise. It simply changes things. Did you notice how outside approval never truly satisfied you? How accomplishments that appeared successful still felt hollow? That is because your spirit was created for a more profound purpose, not for popularity. Purpose does not seek permission. It simply moves. What you say now carries the calm strength of one who has navigated difficulties others could not manage. You speak from your experience, not merely from concepts. Your impact is increasing, my child, not due to arrogance. It increases because you have kept to the path I showed you. Now you are moving forward, truly on the course I intended for you. You are stepping out without fear, holding nothing back, no longer shrinking yourself to fit the expectations of others. You are fully present in this moment. And because you are, everything feels different. Perhaps, my child, for a long while you felt stuck, watching others seem to advance while you remained still. But that stillness wasn't a delay. It was my hand placing you exactly where you needed to be. The time that felt like nothing was happening was actually my careful preparation of the ground ahead. You were not being refused. You were being led with precision to this very location at the exact moment I had arranged. That period of waiting was always woven into my design, slowing your pace just enough so you would arrive right as this door opened for you. And that moment isn't just approaching. It is here now. This isn't about competing or finishing a race against others. The way you have come, the difficulties you faced, the strength you discovered within you, it was all about shaping you into the person you stand as today. And that, my precious child, is the true unfolding. My child, I am so glad you are here with me now, truly present in your spirit, not just hearing sounds. It brings me deep joy when you open yourself to receive these words, allowing them to be a clear mirror and a steady guide, confirming what I've already placed deep within your heart. If you feel seen by me right now, if you feel understood or find strength in this moment, know that this is not random. I have brought you here intentionally. Regardless of what you feel you can offer or not offer in return, please understand this. I am already grateful for you. Your very presence holds profound significance. Your spirit is felt by me. When you choose to align yourself with truth, that itself is a cherished gift. Thank you for being here. Thank you for walking the way I set before you. Thank you for agreeing to step into the unique person I shaped you to be. Now step forward with quiet confidence. The time for you to fully embody your purpose isn't some distant point in the future. It is right now. I guided you to this specific moment deliberately. Perhaps you have questioned if your journey held any real meaning. Perhaps you have wondered if anyone truly noticed the quiet sacrifices you made, the tears you shed when no one was watching, the times you chose to listen to me even when it cost you dearly. Let me confirm this for you now. I saw it all. I witnessed everything that went unnoticed by others. I listened to every prayer you offered amidst your weeping. I kept a careful record of every instance you remained faithful, even when the simpler choice was to abandon the path. This communication is more than simple encouragement. It is a divine affirmation. I am profoundly pleased with you, my cherished one, and everything you have done in quiet obedience, in genuine love, in hidden moments. It is about to be brought into the light and honored openly. My precious child, listen closely. What I share with you isn't merely words. It is a sacred confirmation for you, for every soul who has shown kindness and connection. I see you, and I am with you. Your steadfastness, your presence, and your willingness to stay close are fully known to me. You are part of this unfolding purpose, and I, your source, see you clearly. The timing of this moment is not accidental. It is a sign, a quiet signal that you are in step with me, ready to receive the open acknowledgement for all you have done in stillness. The prayers whispered unseen, the sacrifices made in secret, the choices of obedience, the times you kept silent. Not everyone will grasp the depth of this message, only those whose spirits are truly open. And for those who are, you will find clarity, deep reassurance, and the certain knowledge that I am pleased with you. This truth carries significant weight. If your soul has longed for proof that your quiet efforts were seen, this is that confirmation. Do not treat this as something you hear once and forget. This is a living truth, a holy reminder that I have kept account of everything. Return to these words when your heart feels heavy. Listen again when you need renewed strength, because each time you do, another layer of my affirmation will settle upon you, and you will remember that I saw it all. I saw you stand firm when yielding seemed the easier path. The times when no one applauded you, yet I celebrated in the heavens. The instances you faced the pull to compromise, to give in just a little, to choose what would have simplified things or sped them up. But something within you whispered, no. That inner voice was my spirit guiding you. You could have chosen convenience over your deeper calling. You could have followed the crowd, diluted your truth, taken the popular road. Instead, you held your ground. Even when it meant being alone, even when the cost was great. I saw every single one of those moments. Not one act of faithfulness escaped my sight. Not one sacrifice went unrecorded in my presence. There were situations where shortcuts presented themselves, appearing desirable on the surface but requiring you to betray your own spirit. You felt the pressure to conform, to agree, to simply participate in the expected ways. But you chose to keep your intentions pure. You kept your identity anchored in who I created you to be, not what others expected. This was not simple. There were nights you questioned your own path, moments you observed others' apparent progress while you felt you remained in a still place. But do not be deceived. Some of those gained the world but lost their true selves. You, my child, chose the way that lasts forever. You chose the steady path that builds deep substance, not just a superficial appearance. And I took careful note. I marked every moment you turned away from what looked appealing, because you knew it was not from me. That is a different kind of strength. It is rare in a world that often praises compromise and rewards outward show. You chose character over comfort. You chose faithfulness over popularity. And now I am preparing something for you that you cannot yet fully grasp. A blessing that matches the quiet strength you demonstrated. The good things coming your way are not merely payment. They are confirmation. Confirmation that your moral bravery was not without lasting effect. So now, the heavens are leaning towards you. You were not overlooked. You were being watched and known. You were not forgotten. You were being shaped. Every time you said no to the wrong thing, you created space for the right thing. Every time you chose integrity over easy indulgence, you were building something lasting that I can breathe life into. Prepare your spirit, my child. What is now approaching you is not random chance. It is a fitting response, a blessing you have earned, not only for the good deeds you performed, but also for the things you chose not to do. When this new season arrives, you will fully grasp why it unfolded in its own time. And now, I am poised to reveal the fullness of my favor in your life, my beloved one. I witnessed the tears that no other soul saw. Some of the deepest hurt you ever knew was never visible to another person. You carried heavy burdens without speaking of them. You wept in private spaces where no one was present to hear your sorrow. You smiled in rooms while your heart was breaking, and you offered deep affection to others even when you felt completely overlooked yourself. You kept presenting yourself when every part of you wanted to withdraw. You poured your energy into the lives of others when your own spirit felt empty. You offered comfort when what you truly needed was someone to lean on. You prayed for the well-being of others while silently hurting within. And despite everything, you still progressed. And I took note. I saw every single tear. Not one drop escaped my sight. The very God who knows the precise count of hairs upon your head has also numbered every tear that has fallen from your eyes. Every night you lay awake, every soft whisper, "God, I don't know how I can bear this any longer." Every time you tried to seem resilient when everything within felt as though it were giving way. It was all observed, remembered, and received by me as a sacred offering. Your pain was not without purpose. It was the very environment where I nurtured deep trust, patience, empathy, and understanding within you. What felt like hardship was truly a holy process of making you whole. I worked within the places that felt fractured to bring forth something beautiful in your spirit. And though others could not perceive the inner transformation, I was forming you into a person of greater strength, deepened wisdom, and a closer connection to my spirit than you had previously known. There were moments when you were surrounded by people yet felt utterly alone. You fought quiet battles while others praised your outward resilience. They did not realize you were offering them support and encouragement while you struggled to maintain your own composure. You were weary but steadfast, afraid but willing, wounded but still full of hope. That kind of endurance does not come from human effort alone. It flows from my spirit residing within you. You need to understand this, my cherished one. The tears you shed did not simply vanish. They hold significance, and those very tears are now connected to a time of great joy, freedom, and blessing that is coming. I am turning your times of weeping into accounts of overcoming, your periods of sadness into seasons of peace. I am bringing wholeness back into your life, in your feelings, your spirit, your mind, and even in the practical things. The heavy load you bore alone is now being removed. The season of simply getting by is giving way to a time of plenty. Not merely because you requested it, but because you persevered. Because you trusted me even when understanding was absent. Because you praised me even while navigating hardship. Recognition is coming for your steadfastness now. An inner quietness is settling over you, my child, and a sense of calm is returning to your spirit. Know that this isn't simply happening on its own. It is my direct work in response to you. I have seen every step you have taken, and now I am answering. Let this moment be your certainty. You were always within my sight. You were never forgotten. In truth, the silent tears you shed were what drew my immediate closeness. What you went through privately will now be made known openly. The same presence that supported you through difficult times is now leading you toward victory. You wept, my precious child, yet you kept moving forward. You felt pain, but you continued to honor me. You felt broken inside, yet you stayed under my care. And now, I am weaving your experiences into something meaningful that will bring good not only to you, but also to those who come after you. I witnessed the weeping that remained hidden from others, and now my unseen power is moving on your behalf. I saw the times you chose not to speak when others spoke against you. At times, people spoke unfairly of you in rooms where you were not present. People twisted what you meant. They ignored your growth. They saw your kindness as weakness and found your quietness something to make fun of. They told their version of things, showing you in a poor light. You had the ability to set things right, to show the truth. But instead of arguing back with words, you stepped away. That choice, my beloved, was hard, yet it was sacred. Your silence was not from a lack of words, but from understanding your voice served a greater calling than arguing with those unwilling to hear. That kind of inner strength isn't from human effort, it comes from me. You chose to place your standing in my hands. You gave me the situation, the judgment, the outcome. And when you did, I took hold. I saw your name being slandered at the very times you were praying, asking for help to remain free of bitterness. I saw you cry from the pain of being let down. I saw you keep silent when lies tried to harm your character. You did not strike back. You did not start a conflict. You allowed me to handle the struggle. And that, my cherished child, is the kind of strength that affects my unseen world. The adversary sought to provoke a reaction, to stir anger, to cause you to lash out and lose your peace. But you resisted. You remained still. And in that stillness, I was working behind the scenes, deep within hearts, beyond what you could see. People thought your quietness was weakness, but I saw it as wisdom. They thought you were giving up, but you were simply being moved to a new place. Blessings are now coming to you as a result of how you responded to what was done to you. You could have reacted poorly, but you rose above it. You had the option to argue back, but you chose to place your trust in me instead. And my unseen world never forgets that kind of maturity. It is the kind of self-control that prepares you for more. Now, I am preparing something greater than just an apology. I am preparing things to be made right. I am preparing to lift you up. And when it happens, it will not come with revenge. It will come with peace. It will come with joy. It will come with clear favor that even those who opposed you will have to see. This isn't just about being proven right. It's about living in a way that honors me. And you chose to live rightly. You chose to protect your inner self more than your outward appearance. You relied on me to manage situations you might have attempted to resolve yourself. And because of that trust, I'm about to move with such power in your life that the impact of every lie spoken will be overshadowed by the magnitude of what I accomplish for you. Your quietness was not empty. It was holy. And now it is seen and valued in my unseen world. A time is approaching when those who spoke falsely about you will witness me openly bless you, not as punishment but as showing the truth. You remained quiet. Now I am speaking. You remained pure. Now I am lifting you up. You remained true. Now I am bringing things to pass. Your quietness was not weakness, it was trust in me. And I saw everything. I saw how you kept loving even when that love wasn't given back. There is a kind of love that only comes from me, my beloved one. The kind that stays even when overlooked, even when pushed away, even when not appreciated. And that is the love you showed. You gave your heart to people who never showed thanks. You showed kindness to those who gave you nothing back but silence. You stayed true to those who left you when you needed them most. And still, you loved. You loved through disappointment. You loved through their lack of change. You loved without needing them to approve of you. That wasn't simple, my child. It was because my spirit lives within you. It wasn't weakness. It was a demonstration of my strength working through you. Each time you chose kindness when anger seemed easier, you were showing my spirit's rule in you. You were showing the adversary that your inner being could not be corrupted, that regardless of what was done to you, your spirit would not mirror the pain. I saw you remain gentle, even when others expected you to grow hard. I saw how you gave freely, how you looked out for people who never looked out for you, how you stayed part of lives that constantly pushed you away. I saw the tears you shed after you loved people who were not present for you, remained distant, or showed no care. I saw the moments you wondered about yourself. You wondered why you continued to give so much and receive only a small amount in return. The reason, my beloved, is because you were showing me. The love you gave was not lost. I saw it. My unseen world kept account of it all. I saw each time you showed compassion, offered assistance, and stood with someone hurting, even as you quietly carried your own pain. You thought no one saw. You thought it didn't count. But I saw, and it mattered greatly. You did not stop loving just because you were not loved back the same way. You refused to let those who caused you pain transform you into someone like them. You did not shut down your heart or let your ability to love shrink. And that quality makes you stand out in a world often filled with bitterness and brokenness. It means your heart remains ready to receive the good things I want to give you. And now the love you gave by trusting me is returning to you. Not always from the same ones, but through people I have chosen to bring into your life. I am bringing people around you who love with respect, are true, honest, and honor you. Love that builds you up instead of wearing you down. Love that protects you, like you protected others. Do not be surprised when new individuals start entering your life, my cherished one. I am bringing people into your life now who truly see you, who appreciate your worth, and whose affection for you has no limits. Consider this my way of returning the generous love you offered. Your ability to love will not just be made full again. It will pour out into new friendships, sacred bonds, and a circle of people who resonate with your deepest self. Because when I acknowledge love, my child, I do not merely return it equally. My child, I witnessed the extent of your giving. You shared generously even when you lacked resources yourself. You offered kindness and support when you were the one who needed comfort. You didn't wait for circumstances to be simple. You acted out of deep faith and devotion, never seeking recognition or expecting repayment. That quiet, steadfast generosity touches me deeply. I saw every instance you chose to be generous even when you had little, every time you gave of yourself when you felt drained. That wasn't merely an act of giving, it was your faith lived out, a profound yielding to my guidance.